Welcome back, everybody, and long-awaited overdue look at my '88 Omni that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I picked up this Omni, and you've seen it in the last episode, and today we're just going to do a bit of a walk around in it and talk about it and talk about the plans that I have with this mini Mopar. So come on, let's go take a bit of a tour of this bad boy, give you a little bit of history behind the car, and show you what some of my plans are. Let's go along for the ride. So this is a 1988 Dodge Omni. It was Chrysler's first domestically produced front-wheel drive trans-mounted four-cylinder car, and this was about 10 years after they introduced it. So the car came out in 1978, and it was a co-produced product with their European division, Simca. But so they co-designed it with the European division, but this is what they came up with. It came originally with a Volkswagen 1.7 liter four-cylinder, and then in 1981 it was offered with Chrysler's 2.2 carbureted four-cylinder with 84 horsepower, and then in 1988, which is this car's year, was the first year of fuel injection on the standard models. In 1985, Shelby did offer a turbo version of the GLH, and then subsequently a very high powered GLHS version. So this one here is obviously not that. It's just your born and bred standard Econo rocket. This one here has got the ice blue on it. Of course, the paint and the body is aged. It is a 31-year-old vehicle, and it's all original, so you can't really expect too much from there. However, going with it, it is a 2.2 and it is fuel injection. This engine makes 93 horsepower, and it's made into a 5-speed manual transmission, which is exactly what I wanted in a small style car for what I'm going to do with this. This is what I call my stage 1 Rallycross build. So what that means is that the car is basically going to stay stock. No modifications whatsoever. It's going to stay to a factory tune, factory setup. The only optional equipment that I might do that is not stock is the wheels and tires. I will go and I will appropriately use the ones that would be suitable for Rallycross driving. This is my entry into the Rallycross world, and so this is what I want to do as a stage 1 build. If this works out well, then I will progress myself with other builds and possibly other turbo front-wheel drive Mopars, or even my Chevrolet Spark, which I really enjoy a lot. However, building one of those up would add considerable cost to this project. So anyway, this is where I'm going to begin with this 1988 Dodge Omni. They also made a Plymouth version, and incidentally, this actually has the Plymouth grille. Dodge is slightly different style, but that's all that you would see. From the difference of the interior badging on the dashboard would be just the taillights and the grille. That's all they differentiated the two. 1990 was the last year they produced these vehicles, and that was the year they made some pretty interesting modifications. They changed the side view mirrors from being round to square, and the interior dashboard received a whole fresh relook, which I thought looked really well, along with the driver's side airbag. But by that time, this platform was basically at the end of its life cycle, and it was being replaced by the Dodge Shadow and Plymouth Sundance. However, those cars have been on the market for 3 years prior to the demise of the Omni. So why did I pick an Omni? Well, like again, I am a Mopar guy. I'm a front-wheel drive type of guy. So this really spoke to me. When the 80s was in full swing and these cars were new, they were all not only going into the new turbocharged front-wheel drive and fuel injection performance world of driving, they were also used in rally car driving as well. And so there's quite a few people that picked up this platform. So it's Chrysler's lightest product line at the time, and it was also one of their best horsepower per pound ratio. And the way the chassis set up, you can do a lot with these for what they are. So with that, it was really a no-brainer for me that wanted to use this platform. So that's why I picked this Omni up. Now, like I said, the only modifications are to clean up the paint, make it look a lot better. The body is in really nice shape. There's no rust or anything like that. A little bit of surface rust at the bottom of the doors, but there's no gaping holes. There's nothing. It is solid. It's just the paint is gone after so many years, and somebody did paint the hood black. Incidentally, this car was actually made in the times of cost cutting, and this would have been the transformation of cars back in the 1970s when it came out. Front and rear bumpers are exactly the same, so there you go, cost savings in that respect. But other than that, the car is just a basic transportation. It doesn't offer anything that today's cars would be at a disadvantage, but it was part of a vehicle that set the stage for the 1980s and 90s platform, and it's still robust to this day. So yeah, so that's basically the plans, just new fresh paint. I'm going to do a mechanical assessment, and I will film that. I'm going to check the brakes, front end. I've got a little bit of engine work to do with the cooling fan. I have to replace that. The interior is going to get stripped and cleaned. I'm not going to do any weight savings there. I'm still going to make it a factory appearance. And of course, I'm going to do some decal and graphic works as well on it, just to dress it up for the Stage 1 Rallycross. So that's basically my entry into the Rallycross world, guys. And yeah, hopefully we can progress its build. I don't have any timelines. It's going to have to be depending on cash availability and the physical assessment of this vehicle. Like I said, no performance modifications are going to be made. It's all going to be built with purpose of running and driving the best it can for what it is right now without adding any extra costs. So I have to learn how to drive Rallycross. I have to learn the techniques. This is the car to get me to start it off on that road, and build up my skill set. Once I build up my skill set, I can either build this car up or pick a different platform. So that's basically where I'm standing now. Well, guys, if you have any suggestions, drop the comments in the comment section below. And again, thank you very much for hitting up this video. If you like it, hit like, hit subscribe, and yeah, let's interact and tell me what rally car would you pick if you were to enter the rally car world. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. I will be gone for about a week and a half before I film another episode. I'm just going away for work, which I'll produce what I do for a living on my YouTube channel in future episodes. So, guys, have a good one, stay loose, and we will catch you on the next episode of Cord Eddie Motorsports.